This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. We'll have playlists and pitches and movies with witches and houses of fear. It's the most wonderful time. Yes, the most Baconsale time. Kent and Joel's favorite time of the year. So scary.
That was wonderful.
We're so excited, though, right?
Thank you for being excited for us, Zach.
I'm excited.
I'm ignoring the tune and applauding the lyrics.
Baconsale.
There we go.
Welcome to Baconsale. I'm Joel.
I'm Ken.
And I'm Zach.
We'd like to thank you for listening to our last show, our Baskin-Robbins menu quest accomplishment.
Now, here's the thing.
How was that a thing?
Every year, for the last 2 years prior to this, we had that sneaky episode. The last episode of September was like we did the cryptid show.
Yeah.
We did
Stephen King.
Mm-hmm. Right? It's like this lead-in.
Little sneakies.
And so this year, we did the Baskin-Robbins show as a lead-in. You know why? I scream.
So subtle. And we planned that.
It was absolutely planned and not something I just thought up a minute ago.
And it's Scoopy.
Scoopy.
I'm barred from saying
Spoopy.
Nope, I will not say it. I will not say it. But hey, I wanted, first off, shout out to the art, which was fun because it was us being goofy.
Yeah.
This gal, Christy Western, said, this photo, it captures exactly what your podcast personalities are. Joel, wholesome dad of the group. Kent, just here to offer some smolder.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
Zachary, the goofy little brother. I love bacon.
Thanks for allowing me to use that picture of you.
Yeah.
Like just trying to eat the ice cream in one bite.
I believe it was Sam who commented that I looked like I had never eaten ice cream before and wasn't quite sure how to proceed.
The opposite is true.
Yeah, it's true. Spencer, once upon a time, he was a listener.
He was.
For a very long time. He said, my favorite flavor is baseball nut. It's probably the only good thing about baseball. Sorry, Sam Ma.
Yeah, wow.
There was actually a back and
there.
forth there for a bit. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Ryan Farron said, there might be something wrong with me. I want to go try your worst ranked flavor to see if it's really as bad as you say.
It is.
People wanted to try the controversial Beach Day. People wanted to try pralines and cream because they'd never heard of it or didn't know it existed or never had it.
It's wonderful.
And people wanted to have the worst flavors. We have too much power, gentlemen. Far too much.
But not an affiliate deal with Baskin-Robbins for some reason.
No, we don't have that.
And then finally, I just really liked this perspective here from Natalie Allred Nuttall, who said, I worked at Baskin-Robbins for 3 years and feel the need to clear the air on this one thing. Baskin-Robbins ice cream is not made in store like it is at Cold Stone, the superior ice cream place. She says, not me. I don't know that I agree with that. I'm a handles man myself. It's made at headquarters and shipped to them. That probably has a lot to do with flavor variations between the stores and its inferior texture and grocery store flavor. Even so, they do make dang good ice cream cakes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I just thought it was weird that she's like, it's not made in a store. I'm like, not many ice cream places do. Like you buy it in the store.
Probably
and it's
the
at
best
the store.
ones are, though.
Yeah. Well, no, it is nice.
Cow in the back.
Cow in the back.
Yeah,
milk
in the freezer.
Cow. Yep. We're going to Jacob's ice cream store. Is that what we're doing?
Indeed.
Yeah. Also, gentlemen.
Yes.
It is officially October.
Did you guys know the Halloween's on a Monday this year?
Oh, that's the worst.
Did you put your I hope we don't mess that up.
No.
Hey, speaking of Dumbledore.
Hey.
Wow.
We have, if you didn't listen to last week's ice cream episode, you may have missed this, so we're jumping into it now. We're doing a giveaway because it's October and we're excited about it.
Yeah, we are.
Kent and I have a huge love for the spooky season of October and all things Halloween that are included in it. And Zach is learning.
I'm going to have a cute family costume this year for Halloween.
Do you know what you're going to be?
We're going to be Jurassic Park.
I love it.
You're going
the
to
kids
be
are
Jurassic
dinosaurs.
Park?
No, the kids are dinosaurs.
Okay.
And my wife and I are Dr. Grant and Dr. Sadler.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. Is she a doctor? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a paleontologist.
There we go.
Anyway, but we have we announced a giveaway last week, which is that we are giving away a pair of tickets to the Fantastic Feast and Festival put on by the Utah Metropolitan Ballet.
Yes, we are.
Because of our close ties with the Utah Metropolitan Ballet.
We're very cultured.
We enjoy stretching.
We do. And tutus.
We're not in the ballet.
No.
Right?
Well, this
It's
is
like Quickwits Night.
Oh, no.
But this is not a ballet. This is an event where you go
Yes,
to
it's put on.
the Wadley Farms Castle in Linden, Utah. and you get to enjoy a feast and have kind of this immersion into the wizarding world of Harry Potter. There's animals there, like mystical creatures, and they have a store where you can buy wizarding things. I think there's entertainers there as well. It's a very popular event. This is their 4th year doing it, and we're giving away a pair of tickets so you can attend this event. It goes from the 24th, 26th, but you can go on the 26th.
Yes.
So we are giving away a pair on social media. If you go to our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, you will see a post where you can enter, and there's a specific way to do so. So look at each post, and if you enter in all 3, hey, you triple your chances of winning.
Limited time, though. Jump on it.
Yes, there's still time to do it, but it's going away soon, and we will announce the winners on October 5th.
Yes.
We're going to announce it.
So it's a pair of tickets for the listeners, the lucky one that wins the contest. And then we also have a pair of tickets for one of our patrons.
Yes, because the patrons, we just want to thank them for being patrons of Baconsale, so we're also giving a pair of tickets to them as well. Different pairs. These are 2 separate pairs.
Any tier.
Yeah, just for being a patron.
Any tier.
We're appreciative.
Yep.
Speaking of patrons,
Oh!
we actually have a new patron and an upgrade. So our new patron, everyone welcome, Jay.
That's all it
Jay?
is. Jay.
Jay is a tier 1 listener in a tier 3 tier.
You're a tier 1 to us.
Yes.
Jay, thank you. I'll tell you what, you're about to go on an emotional journey with those Bacon Bits. Feel free to go back in time, and there's a lot of fun adventures there.
Yeah,
Yes, the Bacon Bits, little mini episodes that happen almost weekly, but we don't guarantee weekly.
Right.
But we thank you, Jay, for being a patron of Baconsale. We appreciate your support.
And we also have a huge upgrade, guys. I don't know how this happened. I think Patreon has some bugs. I don't know what's going on.
It's quite broken.
Because we try to lock down the Bacon Council, but somehow there's an opening. And we got Glow Clendaniel,
Hey,
who joined us for the
Glow
Lord of the Rings show.
I guess she had a good time.
Yeah, right? I hope so.
She didn't hate us after being here.
I think she liked the praise of being on the Lord of the Rings show because the show was pretty great.
It is well received.
So she went from I'm the listener to the Bacon Council. So welcome.
Welcome.
Glow.
I don't know how this keeps happening because
Seriously, we actually tried to lock it down.
there are no spots left on the Bacon Council, and she's somehow
People are
Palpatine
sneaking
returned.
in.
I don't know.
Sneaking in the back door.
But
Thank you and welcome everyone.
But thank you for the support, Glow. We appreciate that. And thank you, Jay. And thank you, listener, because we're excited to start the spooky season.
Yeah.
Because we're not talking about patrons or ice cream today. What are we talking about today, Zach?
we are talking music specifically.
Can
we're
you
gonna
say
have,
that more creepy,
We're going to
please?
we're going to have a party. It's going to be a party.
Is that how you speak when you're about to throw a party? We're going to have a party.
No, this is, want me to do the DJ voice?
Yeah.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you got to do that.
That sounded like you were like a captain of an airplane.
That's how it works. You got that long. Let's look at some music today
For a party.
for a party.
Halloween party.
A Halloween party. Because before we have done a soundtrack and fears episode, we really were trying to create this spooky atmosphere, creepy mood.
And it worked. It was actually kind of evil. I'm not going to lie.
It was a fun show.
Yeah.
It was,
But this one will be the opposite.
Yes, because we want to do something. We're going to kick off the Halloween season like people would kick off a Halloween party. Mm-hmm. And we have a list of songs that we're going to have on Spotify. You can look at our official Spotify playlist at baconsale.com. We'll post it on the social media as well. But where you can play this and enjoy a little Baconsale
I would dare
DJ
say
party.
we are creating the mood for everyone's Halloween parties to come. I think this is a great playlist, give or take some of my choices.
Now, of course,
As always.
we probably should talk a little bit about that because we had, when we talked about this idea,
Yeah.
we all talked about, okay, how many songs do we want to submit? Mm-hmm. And
What's the perfect Halloween number?
Zach and I were both like, I have like 87 songs that I can submit.
I have a go-to 4-hour playlist.
Yeah, I have a huge playlist of songs of Halloween. I do have a fast Halloween and like a instrumental Halloween and then like just a whole mix of everything Halloween. I have multiple playlists.
Because as much as I may not be the most enthusiastic about like scary movies and creepy things and haunted places, I absolutely love Halloween music.
Yes.
Me, on the other hand, here's me. I mean, picture this, arms folded. I know that's hard to picture with me.
Yeah.
I hate Halloween music.
Which is weird because
I like
you love
one
Halloween.
song. I love Halloween, but I like the fear of it all. I hear stuff, and I will be talking about this as the songs come up, and I'll try not to be the Halloween Grinch here, but I will be because I don't like a lot of the overly cheesy stuff.
Well, because a lot of Halloween songs...
But they're classics, obviously.
They are, but a lot of Halloween songs are cheesy or kitschy or goofy or gimmicky because they're novelty songs.
Yes.
Oh, you mean like if my stepkids had made this playlist, which would consist of Perry Grip's Haunted Cupcake,
Wonderful.
the entire Haunted Mansion score, and then for some reason in the Hall of the Mountain King.
I love
those are
that
great
one.
choices.
Dun, 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 dun,
all over the
dun,
place
dun,
with
dun,
the
Oh,
dun,
they should have been
dun.
on this show.
Yeah.
So, but also we want to point out that we're not choosing today the moody elemental trying to create a scary mood.
Right. A variety still.
Yeah, a variety. We're doing
Yeah.
these are not, for the most part, they're not instrumental scores. They are with lyrics and a hook and
Yeah.
a beat. Like these are party.
Like that you could play in the background, for example,
At a house.
or
Or in the
you
foreground.
could dance to.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you could jazz up your party with the theme from Tales from the Crypt.
Totally.
But
Or
that's-
Beetlejuice.
Or Beetlejuice and whatnot. But we are not going down
Or The
that
Omen.
direction today.
You know?
No.
No.
There've
No.
been parties. There
No.
were parties
Di-
for that.
What
Mr.
party
Dunn?
is that? No. But we, after much debate, we then
It was honestly, all of us were very stressed about
it was
this.
Yes.
killing my darlings. Like I had my whole playlist. I condensed it
Because
down
you had to
to
cut it down to what?
Well, I cut it down to 20 songs.
Oh, stop
And then I
it.
put it on there in the playlist. I'm like, okay, guys, we finally decided what we were going to do is we were going to create a playlist of 30 songs, 31
Yes.
songs because
Oh,
of 31
that's
days in
interesting.
Halloween.
Yes, of course.
So we said that's evenly boom, 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 10, 10, 10. But when I got to it, I was like cutting down my playlist again and again and again. And I got to 20 songs that I put on the playlist and I was like, there's my 20 guys. You want to steal some so I can keep them on the playlist? So like Zach maybe stole.
I stole three.
three.
I
and
stole
Kent
two.
Stole two.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not enough because then I still had to cut down other songs that I like to get it down to 10 each. Now 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30.
That's good math.
Wow, that's
So
quick.
Thank you. I did that in my head.
But wait, how
I
many
lied.
do we
I
have
have
left?
a calculator.
1.
Oh, one.
Because when you say Halloween music, there really is one song that stands out above the rest and should be played
When
and
you
is
say
played.
the song, do you mean the song of songs?
Unfortunately, yes. Because, well, you know, we mentioned another Halloween song was a complete gimmicky novelty song. They didn't make it past the first round. Somehow, Thriller by Michael Jackson
Thriller.
became a huge entity in that
Yeah.
other show that we did. But we decided that
It's a built-in song for the playlist.
it's got to be played at every Halloween party. I think there's
Right.
a law now. I
There
think
is,
there's
yeah.
an executive order, I think, just barely.
Yeah, the Halloween police will take you in.
They will. But so we are including Thriller on this list, but this is Baconsale's Halloween Party playlist brought to you by Thriller. None of us picked Thriller because it was just a given.
Yes.
But it's only going to be on the playlist that you can find at Spotify.com.
Love it.
So there we go. We,
Okay,
we each have our 10 picks.
Well, let's tell everyone what they're going to have at their future party this
Yes.
month.
Yeah, you should play this. You could have a pretty sweet hour 57 party.
Actually, that's perfect time to go to a party and be like, I'm out of here. I
But
need
then
to
what
leave.
about the rest? What about the person that's throwing the party?
Oh, yeah, they got to clean up.
We got to start this playlist off strong because, again, people are going to be there waiting.
Yes.
But, you know, like we got to sprinkle some good ones in the middle because people show up late, Kent. All right, I will start this off. This is kind of my go-to playlist starter. You know, I've
Halloween playlist starter. This isn't like your
every party.
This isn't your date starter.
No, this is my Valentine's Day is my Halloween playlist every time.
That's
This
Kent.
is not good.
That's Kent with Night Call.
Yep, that's it.
No, this is I've thrown a Halloween party or two. I've been an event DJ before, and I feel like this song is a great starter. It's not particularly fast or slow. It just gets the right vibe. This is Somebody's Watching Me from Rockwell. You're like,
Now wait a minute, Rockwell. That
Hold on.
sounds like Michael Jackson singing.
It is Michael Jackson singing. This song is done by Rockwell, who is the son of Motown CEO Berry Gordy. Ah, there we go. So this is an executive son who's singing on
nepotism.
a track, basically.
But a
his
great track,
his singing
though.
voice is not the best because he's kind of
No.
talking through it. Is it the mailman watching?
Well, Rockwell was estranged from his father at the time and living with his father's ex-wife. And anyway, so it's a kind of a weird situation. Well,
Spooky nepotism.
basically,
That was in your band name?
No. That
That's a little
was
too
that was
weird.
taken.
The guy he was living with, they put this track together, and Mr. Berry Gordy is less than enthusiastic about it. Well, then they loop in Michael Jackson to sing this hook. And then Berry Gordy's like, oh, no, now it's good.
Well, he
Let's
was
put it
right
out."
because the song wouldn't really be a thing without the hook.
No, it's actually a very kind of I don't want to say bad song, but it's not a great song. And then
Right.
the hook comes in, and you're like, yeah,
It works. And so, I
Although
think
the opening riff is very good.
It is. The riff is good.
when with Rockwell's vocals, it gives that like, I am spooky Halloween. And then it's actually a good singer who comes
Yes.
in. And I think it's what ties the song together. Again, it's got a good kind of mid-tempo vibe. It's got that who's watching synth stuff going on. And again, I think it's a really good start to your playlist. The song came out in 1984, and it will be listened to on my playlist for the rest of my life.
What a great way to start the party, Zach.
There we go.
It is.
What do you think, Joel?
My pick I chose here is, it's not going to make Kent happy because it is definitely one of the more corny songs on my playlist.
Okay.
But I think it needs to be this.
And suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash.
Now, I want you to picture this. Kent,
You can't help it.
Kent, you don't know where you're going. You walk into this place, and then you look, and this is literally the song in any movie. You walk into a Halloween party, this song is playing, the camera pans around, shows the punch, shows all the people in costumes,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, this is a Halloween party.
No, this is what I picture. Oh, church gym with some paper mache pumpkins on the wall. Is that root beer over there? Oh,
Yes.
dry ice root beer.
So this is kind of the one, and you know, you're going to have chaperones at the party, too, and they're
Oh,
going
of
to
course.
love this, because this came out
Every
in
regional needs it.
1962.
Sure.
Oh, I am so pleased, by the way. You guys know how we farmed out, like you guys stole songs, and we farmed
Yeah.
out some, and I had to narrow it down. I have a song from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s,
Of
the
course you
90s, the 2000s, and the 2010s.
Yeah.
It was
the
so nice.
OCD is strong today.
It's very nice. But this song is funny because this hit the number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
What?
In 1962. Number 1. And it was just kind
because
of
there were just no other songs that came out that year.
No, because people genuinely liked it. In fact, it entered the Billboard Hot 100 chart again in 2021, number 37 on the Billboard Hot 100. Monster Mash from 1962.
Like a remix?
No.
How do you dance to the Monster Mash? Is it like shucking and jiving?
No, it's called the Monster Mash because at the time there was a song called the Mash, or the dance move called the Mashed Potato.
Yeah.
Where you kind of move your arms up and down.
Okay.
And that's kind of that was the play, is you do your arms like monsters up and down.
Listener, Joel is definitely doing that motion right now.
Totally.
Yeah.
But this guy, Bobby Boris Pickett, his name's Bobby Pickett, but Boris because he does this Boris Karloff impersonation. He was with another band. He did the Boris Karloff impersonation. They're like, that was hilarious. The audience loved it. And so then they decided to write a song kind of with him doing this Boris Karloff impersonation, which Boris Karloff, if you don't know, he was Frankenstein in the original 1930s Frankenstein.
Yep.
But a very famous voice. You'd recognize if you heard it. The voice of the Grinch in How the Grinch Stole Christmas. But this song, I feel, is a classic. I would be
So if
remiss
it was not on a playlist.
we need to give some homage to the original OG Halloween Party playlist, especially if we're giving Thriller so much love. We need
You're
to give
right.
Monster Mash some love. And Kent, if you don't like that one, I highly recommend listening to the Misfits cover version of Monster Mash. It's a kind of this really fast punk version. It's
Count me
a
in.
lot of fun.
Okay.
So maybe I'll have to add that.
You're trying to win me over with Monster Mash?
Well, with that one, I think you'll like it more than this one because it is corny. It is cheesy. Not as corny as Monsters Holiday, the Christmas follow-up they did for this song.
That's whole album.
Or Monster Rap, which came out in 1985 by Boris Pickett.
Monster rap to the Monster rap? Is that how it goes?
That's not
I
it.
am not the biggest fan of this song. I do think it's really kitschy, but it has to be there. It has to be.
I wanted to give
Like I'm
credit where
not
credit's due.
angry walking into this party. I just go, oh yeah, of course.
It's
Yeah.
it's a little cliche.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And
Well,
in
That's
this
going to be
case,
half of
it's
this
setting the
playlist.
tone. Yeah,
Let's
think
be
it is.
real.
That's true. That's true.
All right, Kent. So we've set up the party. We've established it's a Halloween party.
Why don't you bring us down?
Look, I'm not going to bring you down, but I'm also not going to play a Halloween song.
Oh, okay.
Love it.
So this is Pets Will Roll by the Yeah Yeah Yes. Is this a Halloween song? No.
Well,
not really.
It talks about off with their head.
So it's off with your head, dance till you're dead.
Yeah.
And the song is sung by the point of view of the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, which is kind of cool.
You sure?
Right? But then,
That's a costume people wear.
true, but it wasn't till the video, and this video is hugely popular. And
it's so
I love
good.
that most of these songs have very entertaining videos.
Yeah.
I mean, going back to the pinnacle, which is Thriller, the music video has a werewolf dancing right in front of the band.
Yeah.
And ripping apart the audience and the band, but it's
in
all
a
glitter.
stylized way.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's just glitter and flair.
Like every time he slashes, like you see glitter just go, red glitter kind of fly around.
Yeah.
And
so it's not
fun.
bloody,
No.
but it's still a werewolf tearing people apart
This
in
is
a
when-
colorful way.
This was one I actually would put in like a phase 1 of horror movie training because
Wait, the song?
Yeah, the music video, because my kids would watch the music video and it's a scary werewolf because he is kind of scary.
Yeah, he is.
But it's also this weird, bizarre kind of safe environment of it's a music video. Everyone's okay.
Yeah, but this one, I feel like it deserves to be there because it also has the right vibe. And if you want to get people on the dance floor,
Oh yeah,
this is a great song for that.
this will definitely get my body moving. Body move in.
Okay, I'm turning the
Body
song
move
off
in.
immediately. All right, Zach, what do you got next?
I'm going to ask you a question. Do you want to keep dancing or do you need to hit the punch bowl?
The party's so early, I do want to keep dancing. I haven't lost the energy yet.
Okay, so there's probably a couple songs that people are like, oh, that's going to be on there. One of them is probably the Monster Mash. Guaranteed this is another one.
Yeah.
So this is Dead Man's Party. There we go.
Yes.
By Oingo Boingo. Now, specifically, this is the version I like. It's from their Boingo Alive album.
I noticed.
This one,
I noticed on our playlist you chose the live version.
I chose the. Well, it's not a live version per
live
se.
version,
It
yes.
was. It was from Boingo Alive. Anyway, they recorded an album in studio as if it were a concert, sort of.
Okay.
And they just kind of changed it up a little bit, changed up the instrumentation. This one starts with a lot of like horns.
Yes.
And stuff. That's how you know that's the good version.
This is the best version then.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the longer
It's
version.
Blade
It's a
Runner
longer
Final
version.
Cut, Director's Cut.
Exactly,
Okay.
because this is over 6 minutes long as well.
Yeah.
It's meant to be just a funky dance song. But this is a Halloween classic. It's definitely a song that you hear. I mean, I heard
Such a good hook.
played all the time. You know, while I'm waiting in line for haunted houses and things like that. You know, it's always just kind of a part of it. And honestly, you know, this is done by Oingo Boingo, but it was frontman Danny Elfman, who went on to be the Tim Burton's.
Would you consider
musical
him
genius.
king of Halloween?
I have always said Danny Elfman is to Halloween as Bing Crosby is to Christmas.
I'd support that.
You can
Yeah.
just put on. I have a 2-disc compilation set of Oingo Boingo songs. You could just put that on at a Halloween party and you're set. Even if it's not talking about Halloween, it's the vibe, kind of with your song, Kent.
Right.
It's the vibe that you want. It's got this sort of creepy, macabre feel pretty much at all times. But this song was released in 1986, and it's really been a hit for a long time. It was from the Dead Man's Party album. It was the third single from that album, but it's a signature Halloween song. It's got this upbeat energy. It's a little bit quirky, a little bit spooky.
Has Oingo Boingo always been creepy? Like always leaned that way, or did a certain song kind of set him off on that path?
No, I as far as I've seen, they were always a little bit kind of this madcap.
Okay, yeah,
almost vaudevillian theatricality.
sure.
To their
and this
music.
led right into it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So this to me was one of my favorite songs as a kid. I remember, listening to it, really loud in the house and always having a good time. And like I said, it's for me a signature Halloween song that goes listened to many a time.
Some real bangers to start with.
There we go.
Now, well, when we talked about this, we kind of know what each other's songs are because we were trying to hold it down to that 30. But we didn't discuss the order. So I have to ask, how do you guys feel about back-to-back Boingo?
Love it.
From my heart and from my hand, why don't people understand my intentions?
This is Weird Science by Oingo Boingo. Came out in 1985. Danny Elfman in the front again. Now, this was released on the film soundtrack. Weird Science. You guys remember that film?
Oh yeah.
Oh, where they made Kelly LeBrock?
Yes. That's how
Thank
she
you
was
for doing that, by the way.
Yeah.
But and it was also on their 85 album Dead Man's Party. This was number 45 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was it is actually their most successful single.
Which is a bummer for Danny Elfman.
He does not like it as
hates
much.
it. He wrote
says
it in his car in like 5 minutes for
like
John Hughes.
John Hughes asked him, "Hey, can you write this song for me?" And he literally wrote it in his head as he was driving home.
Do you like this song more than he does? I think it's a bit
definitely.
simple.
Oh,
though.
totally.
Yeah.
And that's what he says. He says his musical style is not what most of the band is about. It's not really part of their repertoire. They don't really play it that often, I guess.
Right.
No. But I thoroughly enjoy this song, and I think a Boingo back to back would be just fine because you go from Dead Man's Party and then have the DJ kind of mix in Weird Science into it. People are dancing. It's one big fun party, one big Boingo party.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can get too much Boingo because, like we talked about earlier, you could put on an album, any album of Oingo Boingo, and people will be like, "Yeah, totally sounds like a Halloween party playlist."
Yeah. I'll be honest, not the last time he's going to appear on this list. We'll save it for later.
A triple Boingo?
What?
Well, we're going to have triple Boingo right now.
What?
I am just kidding, guys.
Okay.
I'm exhausted. I just danced through 2 Oingo Boingo
No, you
songs,
need a break.
and I'm a terrible dancer.
Yeah,
I need to go sit down. I'm going to grab some dry ice root beer, hang out with my friends, and I just want to hear a song that I can kind of laugh at the lyrics to. So this is a new one. I would actually call this guy the new king of Halloween. If nothing else, he's the prince, waiting to take the reins from Danny Elfman. A lot of people may not know this guy unless you follow him on Twitter. His name is Nick Lutzko.
Yep.
And this song is called Unleash Your Spirit.
Now, Kent, you chose this one.
Yes.
But this is actually I love this song. This is actually the sequel song to the Spirit Halloween
Thank you for
song.
saying it. That is actually the first line in the song.
Yeah.
This is the sequel to the theme of Spirit
Because there's another
Halloween.
whole song that came before this.
Yeah, and so over the past couple of years, there's this guy who's a recording artist, and he's semi-popular.
Nick Lutzko.
Yeah, and but he will just release basically homemade music videos of him playing, and he has a band, and it's him kind of having a nervous breakdown.
Well, it starts out kind of normal.
Yes.
And as the music video progresses, he gets more and more insane and then starts spouting conspiracy theories at the end.
Right. And so in the first part, the one you're talking about, he actually talks about being in contact with the store Spirit Halloween.
Yes.
And he says, I'll become an affiliate basically. So every mention or every like I get, they're going to give me money. And then the song becomes about how Jeff Bezos has killed Barnes & Noble or Sears and how he's so
Amazon,
mad.
destroyed
but
small
Spirit
stores.
Halloween is so great. And in the sequel song, the one I chose for the playlist,
Unleash Your Spirit.
it's actually a better, more fun song. And that's why I chose it.
You got that.
And this one is all about he made hundreds of thousands of dollars from Spirit Halloween that he went back to the store and bought all the animatronics.
And then has them all in his house.
Yeah.
And it's scaring his grandma.
So if you watch the music video, you see everything that you could buy at Spirit Halloween in his house, and Krampus is on the keys.
I feel like this guy
Go on.
made a joke initially about how he was going to get sponsored by Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
And then he actually did.
Yes.
And then made this song, and it's also just bizarre and hilarious.
Yeah. And he gets to a bizarre conspiracy theory at the
But
end.
because I as I listened to our playlist, kind of just going through the songs, this one came on, I was like, that's right. And so I actually added this one, the original Spirit Halloween, and Where Did the Gremlins Go?
Okay.
To my Halloween, my actual Halloween Spotify
But there
playlist.
is currently, and that is up until he may release a new Halloween song this year, because
He
it's
may.
been about every year. There's actually one where it's the post-apocalypse, and he wants Spirit Halloween to take over the planet because it's kind of a
Yes.
desolate planet.
Yes.
And there's a story being told here. This one keeps it relatively simple, where basically the mannequin Jeff Bezos is attacked him and locked him in the basement. It's so weird.
But it's a
But
hilarious
it's so
song.
fun, and it's not like, yeah, you could dance to it, but it's more like, that's a fun song. That's a total novelty song.
This is definitely a stand by the punch bowl and
Yeah.
chat with each other and then be like, oh, this is funny.
Yes. So yeah, Nick Lutzko, everyone check him out. Pretty fun stuff.
You guys are great.
But
We're making this whole story thing up. It's great. So I guess while we're at the Punch Bowl, I like this. So I am a fan of more classic sounds. I'm a fan of old school kind of R&B, old school jazz. And this song, it's goofy, has a great vibe. Check this one out.
I like this because I'm still taking a break, right?
Yes, this is a Punch Bowl song. And I just want to yell.
So much better than the...
Bette Midler version?
Yes.
Really?
So much better.
That's a bold take, Joel.
So who sings this song, Zach?
This is I Put a Spell on You by Screamin' Jay Hawkins. And if you really listen to the song, you'll see how we got the name.
He does start screaming.
Just literally starts screaming in this song. But so this was a song that was released in 1956. And this was actually selected as one of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's 500 songs that changed rock and roll.
Really?
Or rather shaped rock and roll.
Really?
Did
Yes.
he go on to do anything else?
Not really.
Not that I know of.
No.
Okay.
Nothing big. This
Sure.
is certainly the biggest thing. This is kind of a weird song how it was put together. Hawkins had originally intended to record I Put a Spell on You as a, quote, refined love song, a blues ballad, if you will. However, the producer, Arland Maxon, brought in ribs and chicken and got everybody drunk. And we, this is a quote, and we came out with this weird version. I don't even remember making the record. So it's the product of a party
Of
and,
ribs, chicken, and
a good
alcohol?
team. Yeah, he says, Jay Hawkins says, I was just a normal blues singer. I was just Jay Hawkins. It all sort of fell into place. I found I could do more destroying a song and screaming it to death.
And it became his thing.
It did.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, Joel, you don't like the Bette Midler Hocus
I think
Pocus
so.
version?
You don't like screaming Bette Midler?
Okay, here's the problem. That song is... It's non-diegetic, and they try to force it into being diegetic. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that they're making it like, oh, here's these witches. Oh, they're going to go up on stage and sing. Oh, they're putting a
It's a
spell on
spell.
everyone. Doesn't ever work for me. That part of the movie is one of those weaker parts where I'm just like, not buying that this is happening and everyone's going on with it. The song is fine, but there's negative association with it. And then I listen to this one, and it feels more Halloween to me.
Because truthfully, the reason that I know this song is because of that movie. You know,
Really?
yes.
Oh.
I mean, well, I'm a child.
That's
remember.
right. It was
still?
I still am.
You are the generation
other
of
one,
the Sanderson sisters.
Frank Sinatra's "Bewitched." You know,
Yeah.
is on my personal playlist because of Hocus Pocus. You know, it's sung in that movie. Again, this version is got that when a man with a strong voice is just laughing maniacally, you're going to have a good time. I think that's a good
Quotable
good
quotes
party.
by Zach.
All right, it's time to get everyone back on the dance floor, and let's get them back with a vengeance.
Oh, there we go.
Everyone come back.
Conquering the worm.
Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches. A slam in the back of my Dragula. So I don't like many things by Rob Zombie.
Movies,
No.
most music.
No.
He has
But-
a few good songs.
As White Zombie does.
Yes.
But to Rob Zombie, this really is like his best-selling... It is his best-selling song, and it's probably his most well-known song. This is Dragula by Rob Zombie from his album Hellbilly Deluxe. It's funny because it comes from the drag racing car of Grandpa Munster from the TV show The Munsters, which was called Dragula.
Yeah.
So this campy, fun, family-friendly sitcom from, way back when is now this hard rock, amazing beat song, and it has such a good feel to it.
But it's somehow palatable as well.
Yeah.
Because a lot of his music isn't, but this one is really fun to listen to.
It's got a good hit. It's got a good hook. Well,
Yeah.
And he said when he was recording this, it was one of the last songs they did for the record. They threw together it fast, and it just kind of worked, and they could have left it off the record or not. They didn't really care, and then it became such a huge hit. It was in The Matrix.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird to think about this movie being there. And
Several
just-
video games as well. Yeah.
It has this cool kind of little, almost theremin kind of opening. And then you hear Christopher Lee's voice saying superstition, fear, and jealousy. And the beat comes in, and you're like, this is a pretty fun beat. And then it gets even heavier as the song goes on. So much fun. Let's get people on the dance floor and really jumping up and down and moshing and sweating to Dragula.
Okay, and since we're talking about goth kids, because I feel like that fits, we're going to go with this one next. I mean, so recognizable right there. And you take a little pause right
People
there.
are like, oh, should we dance? Yes, let's dance.
And it's weird, right? Because it has this Middle Eastern but 60s vibe, because this came out in 1966. This is Paint It Black, or Paint It, Black, which was a typo, by the way, but somehow
comma
stuck.
was?
Yes.
Paint it black.
Yeah, so it wasn't meant to be there, but by the Rolling Stones.
Punctuation matters, kids.
Now, granted, this isn't really a Halloween-y song. In fact, I would say Sympathy for the Devil with the lyrics is a little more centered that way. But I feel like the vibe of this song belongs on a Halloween party playlist.
Good vibe.
Yeah.
And I feel like Mick Jagger is maybe like the original goth kid, because basically he sees a red door. He wants to paint it black. And no colors anymore. He wants them to turn black. He wants to blot the sun out from the sky. He needs a hug.
Yeah.
For real.
I really liked his
break him,
follow-up
he's
song,
frail.
Welcome to the Black Parade.
Oh,
Yeah, it's great.
When I was a young man.
And I was... No, we're not
young man.
That's not on any
Do we
playlist.
not have this on the playlist?
No.
That'll be for our goth show.
That is
I'm
not
so
a
in.
Halloween song.
Emo playlist show.
Yeah.
I'm in.
But I guess it's from media that I've experienced, like Twisted Metal back in the day.
Yeah.
Twisted
Yeah.
Metal Black, this was the theme. Stir of Echoes, this was part of it. And it's just been in TV and movies as a creepy song. And it stuck with me. And granted, the song is about like a line of cars going to a funeral, and there's like a hearse and everything like that. And it's just dark in nature. And I love it. It's one of my favorite songs of all time.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Can I
Good
tell
dance
you
to, too.
how I know it?
How?
I'm pretty sure there's a French version in the movie Talladega Nights.
I think you're right.
I think you're right.
And I'm like, this song's really cool. And I looked it up and was like, oh, it's a cover of a Rolling Stones song? That's how I found it.
That is... Oh, but do you like the original the most?
Oh, yeah, but I
Okay.
actually really like the cover that's in Talladega Nights, too.
Love it.
So it's
So
a
yeah,
good song.
once again, not totally Halloween-y, but I feel like it gets the vibe right.
Yeah. Because sometimes it's about the lyrics, sometimes it's about the music, and sometimes it's both.
Yes.
But I think this definitely has a good vibe.
Love it.
It's a fun party song, definitely.
Yeah. All right, Zach?
All right, mine, and this feels a little bit weird, but so I didn't have a lot of songs from movies, but I definitely do have a couple. It's really weird to have a song from a Christmas movie, but I was singing a Christmas song at the beginning, so I might as well do this one as well. So this is a good build up, a good vibe here.
As soon as I heard that, I was like, I know what this is.
It's so swampy.
So this is Oogie Boogie song, but it's a cover from the psychobilly band Tiger Army.
Which is funny because, I mean, to put a Christmas movie like this at a Halloween party, that's just weird.
It's crazy. So,
Although you did pick one of the songs that's like primarily talking about like
This
Santa
is Halloween.
Claus.
Yeah, but it's like we're gonna eat Christmas.
Yeah.
He also only does the boogie parts. He doesn't do any of the Santa parts, which I thought was
does
kind of
not.
interesting.
But I feel
Does
like
not.
we need rockabilly representation
For sure.
in life and on this playlist.
Definitely. Well, and specifically, this is the Psychobilly Band. I'm going to jump to a little bit later in the song when it kind of starts to go nuts.
This is my candy right
This is the like,
Just when you're like doing little.
here. So, I mean,
Ska
so wait,
dancing.
are we skanking?
We're skanking. Absolutely.
Ska
Okay.
dancing.
I'm also old and I'm tired. I love this so much.
Yeah, this song, so it's really interesting. This came from the Nightmare Revisited cover album, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Underrated.
Honestly, I don't like Nightmare Before Christmas nearly as much as I like, first of all, the music, and second of all, covers. Like the movies.
Are you a fan of
fine.
This Is Halloween by Marilyn Manson on that one?
Yes.
Yeah,
Which
that's
I have on my like playlist,
Personal, right.
playlist. It's weird though because you can't really dance to that,
No.
unless you're slow dancing. And if you're slow dancing to that, you got issues.
Don't slow dance to Marilyn Manson.
This album came out in 2008 to commemorate the film's 15th anniversary, which I mean, it's like it's already been 15 years. That was a long time ago. But it included extra stuff on this album, like Danny Elfman doing some covers, some readings, and things like that. Well, this specific song, Oogie Boogie song by Tiger Army, was not actually released on the physical CD, which
Okay.
I actually got from my roommate. This is the
You
first
stole from your roommate. That's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
So no, he was a very giving man. He gave me all 4 seasons of Lost at the time. He's a very giving and Oogie Boogie's song, or Nightmare Revisited rather. Well, then I was scrolling through, iTunes at the time, and I'm like, oh hey, I remember that, and I bought the album, and it's had Oogie Boogie song bonus track. I'm like, pardon me, and it was Tiger Army. I'm like, I like that band. And I heard this song, and I was instantly like, well, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
This is my favorite Nightmare Before Christmas
That's a
cover.
great find.
And it's again, just kind of fun to dance around to. Once the song picks up, so it's either got a really cool vibe, or it kind
That's
of
the
goes
problem,
nuts.
though. Like, this would be one where I get on the dance floor, like, oh, yeah, I can dance to this. This is fine. And as the song progresses, I'm like, what have I done?
And then you're elbowing
I'm locked
your
in.
date.
I'm locked in. I can't leave the dance floor.
I'm sweating so much.
I love this song. Check it out. You probably haven't heard it, but now you have.
All right, well, the night's waning on. We're having a good time with this party. And what's that? What's that over there in the sky?
I see the red moon rising.
It's a Bad Moon Rising.
Yeah.
By Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yeah. Did you hear helicopters in the back?
No, that's Fortunate Son.
PTSD.
Yeah. No, this song, and we talked about it, like, obviously Moon is associated with Halloween. And
Right.
this whole song is actually about bad things. Basically, the apocalypse is coming. It's the bad stuff's coming. So there is a Halloween theme to it. But the reason why I associate it with Halloween is because of An American Werewolf in London. This is the song that's
If you
playing.
haven't seen the movie, go see the movie.
Oh, yeah, it's intense.
Yeah.
But this is the scene where the protagonist is waiting for the moon to rise because he's worried about what's going to happen. He hasn't changed yet. And it's right before this amazing transformation scene. But he's just killing time. Listen to this song. This peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. John Fogerty wrote the song after watching the 1941 film The Devil and Daniel Webster.
Oh, okay.
And there's a scene involving a hurricane where everyone's crops are destroyed, and except for this guy who made a deal with the devil. And that's kind of where he got this inspiration from. And it's weird because it has this very upbeat, happy sounding tune, which this is one you're clapping along with.
Yeah.
And you're kind of dancing around. It's not like a jump up and down.
You
one.
will automatically appreciate the song for its legendary status.
it's so
but
good.
it doesn't quite feel as Halloweeny, but it does fit here.
From the get go, I'm like, I'm clapping along, I'm having
Yeah.
a good time. But it is, like I said, this one you're gonna do dad dancing to, and that's perfectly fine. The hands to the side, little snapping.
Okay, go on.
Just side to side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's what you do to this song and have a good time and just chat. So
Yeah.
this is more of a
I
chat.
had so many pigs in a blanket. I'm okay with that dancing right now.
Good. Yes, you should. But Bad Moon Rising by Creedence Clearwater Revival, CCR. Go check it out.
All right, we're going to keep it in the 70s. I'm assuming that was the 70s, Joel.
69, but you're close.
Oh, so we're going to lead right from 1969 to the 70s, and we're going to go with...
Just like the calendar did.
This one's a little bit strange, right?
This was 70s?
A little bit harder to dance to as well. This is
Let's be
Psycho
honest.
Killer.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
What party are we dancing for like 2 hours?
Well, you're
be
right.
honest. We're
Okay,
talking-
so
we're
we're
talking
sitting
about
on a
movies.
couch, bobbing our heads right now. That's pretty much what's happening.
Absolutely.
and we're kind of head bobbing to the Talking Heads. And so this song, people may not actually know when he's just speaking, right? It just kind of sounds like, what are you saying? Does this have anything to do with Halloween? Is this the most redundant song on the planet? Possibly. Because really, like, the song just repeats, Psycho Killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
It's French there.
Fa, 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 fa. And then it gets Halloweeny. Run away.
So, fun fact, I know this song because of a meme.
Okay.
There was you guys remember Icon Has Cheeseburger?
Yes.
There was,
my word.
Well, thank you. I think just keep it's all coming.
Wow.
It was this
back. It's
website
all
where it
coming.
just did captions on pictures of cats.
Yeah.
And this one got passed around the office. Everyone was laughing about it. And it said, it was this kind of, weird looking cat. And it just said, Psycho Kitty. Qu'est-ce que c'est? And I went, and everyone's laughing at it. I was like, what is this? And they turned on the song and I'm like, I have no concept of this song. But now every time I hear it, I think of Psycho Kitty. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
I mean, it's so cute. So this one did come out in 1977, only hit number 92, but the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame named, much like the song that you chose, Zach, one of the 500 songs that shaped rock and roll.
Well, and I think it's appropriate that we have a psycho killer represented on our Halloween plays. We've done monsters and ghouls. Why not a serial killer?
Although they say, they kind of said it wasn't about a psycho killer, but everyone attributed this song to the Son of Sam killings, which were about the same time. Yeah, so Psycho Killer, I think it needs to be on the list.
I agree.
Not as danceable, but we can head bop to it.
We're not dancing. We're done dancing.
Are we done
We're not
for the
done
night?
dancing.
We don't dance anymore.
No.
Oh, no, Zach had dairy.
Oh, no.
So we got to sit down.
Oh, no.
Why are we
Okay.
at this party together? Why didn't we bring dates?
We are each other's
we're
dates.
each other's dates.
Gentlemen, let's go back to the 60s.
I took my troubles down to Madame Rue. You know that gypsy with the gold cap too. She's got a pad down.
Now, this is an interesting choice, Zach.
From 1964, done by The Searchers, Love Potion Number 9.
Love Potion number 9.
Not to be confused
do a
with the...
slow twist to this one.
Here we go. Not to be confused with the 1992 film starring a young Sandra Bullock.
Yes. And, what's his
Dee
name?
Sweeney?
Yes.
Is he in that one?
Yeah.
How do we know this?
That was one of those movies that was always on TV, and so
Yeah.
you always caught it.
Yeah.
Which it has nothing to do with, kind of something to do with the song, but let's talk about the song, shall
Well,
we?
this song describes a man who is seeking help to find love. He enlists the help of a gypsy who determines by means of palmistry that he needs love potion number 9. The potion, an aphrodisiac, causes him to fall in love with everything he sees, kissing whatever is in front of him, eventually kissing a policeman on the street corner who breaks his bottle of love
Kenton
potion.
story.
Yep. The Kent Dunn
I could not wait for that joke. It was bubbling up in my throat.
Come on.
This song is just, I don't know, something about gypsies and potions. And again, it's that mid-tempo, go get some punch song.
Yeah.
There's something about this vibe of music that I think fits well with
Honestly,
Halloween.
walking across the room, grabbing everyone's punch, being like, hey, look what I brought you, and strutting to
You
this
guys,
song.
we're drinking
Very
a
cool.
lot of punch.
I know.
That's what I do at parties.
There's a long line for the bathroom, too.
Potion
Oh, that's going to be
number 9.
awkward.
Yeah, have always...
It's a good pick.
Found this fun. The original version was put out by the Clovers. I think it went to number 23 on the U.S. R&B charts. But then 4 or 5 years later, in 1964, the Searchers did it, and their version reached number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Perfect.
So this is a fun rock song. And for me, honestly, Halloween music is mostly like surfer rock songs and old school rock and roll and stuff like that. And that's what this is for me.
is like a fun little thing you dance with a date with.
Totally.
Yeah.
What do you got, Joel?
Well, I'm bringing everyone back to the dance floor again with my newest song. This is from 2017. I know there's a newer one that Kent has, but this one I heard recently, and it just fits so good for my Halloween playlist.
Such a hipster.
So this is Alien by USS, also known as Ubiquitous Synergy Seeker. And this was a song I actually heard from Greg on Greg's Guide to New Music.
Yeah.
A lot of his Halloween songs. I don't even know if this was on a Halloween episode,
It fits so perfectly,
but it fits
though.
so perfectly.
Let's be honest, a lot of our playlists are shaped by Greg's Guide to
I mean, it's true.
He does a lot of the Halloween themed ones.
Yeah.
But this is a Canadian band from Toronto, and they did this song, and just the lyrics, I'm an alien crawling under human skin. Like, the beat is there. This is a definitely like get on the dance floor. This one kicks on, and I'm moving.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like it sounds Halloween as much as the lyrics are like alien. Something about aliens. We don't have aliens represented here on the playlist.
Perfect.
Extraterrestrials need to be associated with Halloween. Therefore, this is my song I chose, Alien by USS. Give it a listen. It's fun.
Guys, I know we've been here for a while. This party's been going a while.
Let's get punch.
Our tummies are acting up.
Because of all the punch.
I'm going to go drive to CVS or Walgreens. But while I drive, I don't want my party to end. So I need some good, scary driving music, which is why I'm going to play this. This song is called Rampage, and it's by Kavinsky, who
Night
also
Call?
did Night Call.
Nice.
Which was on your romantic playlist. You chose
Is this not romantic?
this one. No, but you'd also so isn't Night Call.
So this is kind of a modern, I would say a modern throwback to Night on Disco Mountain,
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
which
yes.
I feel like could also be
Actually,
on this playlist.
I get that. I considered it.
But while I'm driving, I'm like, I bet they're having such a good time, but still, my windows are down. I'm rocking out to this.
Oh, this is good. I had not heard this one before. In fact, when you said you were putting Kavinsky on the list, I thought it was Night Call. And
right,
then
because
this
everyone
one-
just attributes that one song.
And this is just an instrumental song, but it's
Yeah.
got a good rhythm to
So
it.
I'm kind of cheating because there are no lyrics here.
But it's not like a score. So
Right.
I don't think it's cheating. I think you're doing
So
great.
it's also kind of interesting because Kavinsky, his real name is, he's a French musician and DJ. It's Vincent Belorgui. And he has a
Bless you.
backstory, right? He has a backstory for Kavinsky, the character. Kavinsky in 1986, this is the story, crashed his Testarossa, but he reappeared 20 years later in 2006 as a zombie. And his purpose was to make electronic music. And the music he writes tells the story of the zombie DJ.
What?
This is the story of Kavinsky.
I never knew that.
And it's not just any of his songs, it's all of his songs. And he also kind of bases all of his music off of pop culture. TV and movies he's loved, and he says he takes the best parts and he makes it house music, essentially. But I feel like it's just so fitting. Whether you're at the party or driving, this song is perfect.
I liked it. I actually did not know this one before. It's been added to my playlist since then.
Perfect.
For my next song, I guess we're doing dancey stuff now. So I'm gonna do a dancey song you parents have heard. Ready?
We're all bobbing our heads and dancing right now.
We did the outward fist bumps. Look at that.
We're so cool. So this is Spooky Scary Skeletons by Andrew Gold, originally released on his 1996 Halloween album, Halloween Howls, Fun and Scary Music.
But if you listen to the original one, it really is a kid's song. Like,
Totally.
spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
Yeah, it's just meant to be a fun, little Halloween song for kids, and it does a good job at that. It's a very listenable song. However, in the early 2010s, it started receiving some internet fame. So basically, people were pairing this up with internet videos, with Minecraft videos. There was
This guy, his name is The Living Tombstone. He does a lot of remixes, and he did this one as well.
So in 2013,
Is that what it was?
in 2013, Israeli-American remix musician Yav Landau, also known as Living Tombstone.
Okay, there we go.
He created this, EDM sort of dance mix to it, and
Yeah.
it just took off.
It did.
And it became, it really, this is tied to internet culture as to why it became so popular. This is a meme.
So
but it has persevered for near 10 years now.
I play this game with my 4-year-old daughter where I just say we're at lunch and I'll be like, I'm on lunch break and I'll be down there and I'll be like, okay, name a word, any word, and I will find a song with that word in it.
And tell you how it's Greek.
Yes, and tell you how it is Greek. No, but she said skeleton one time and I played this song, and now like every single time she goes, skeleton. And I'm like, we've done that one already. She's like, I know, I want to hear it again.
You trained her well.
So she wants to listen
Yeah.
to the song like all the time.
How old is she?
4.
Yeah, my 4-year-old girl loves this song.
Yeah,
all the
fantastic.
time. You play.
This would be next to Perry Grip.
Get all the toddlers on the dance floor now.
We play the dance one. That's how they differentiate. They like both versions. This is the dance one. I get more requests for the dance one.
So Kent, you had your novelty song, like let's sit around and laugh about the lyrics song. Mm-hmm. After all the toddlers are wiped out from that last song, I think it's time for us to have another kind of novelty chat song. So I went with Re Your Brains by Jonathan Colton.
But here's an FYI, you're all gonna die screaming.
So this Jonathan Colton, if you don't know him, he's actually a very talented writer of songs. And he did this thing where he had a weekly podcast and he challenged himself to write, record, and produce a new song every week for an entire year. And so this is off the Thing a Week album, Thing a Week 2. And it is probably his most popular song. Still Alive might be up there. But like just the lyrics here. Hey, Tom, it's Bob from the office down the hall. It's good to see you, buddy. How you been? things have been okay for me, except that I'm a zombie now. I really wish you'd let us in. So this whole song is about a group of zombies trying to get into an office building where these humans had barricaded themselves in. And he's having this regular conversation with Bob or Tom. He's Bob. And the reason I know this one is because there was like this weird World of Warcraft video where you could, program the characters to move in certain ways or, just get certain moves out of them. And someone took that and put World of Warcraft clips to this song, and it went viral, had like 3 million views, and we watched it all the time and got to love this song. But it really is a clever song, and it deals with zombies. Just clever lyrics, good tune.
I hadn't heard it actually until this playlist.
Really?
Yeah, now I love it.
He plays it. If you got to listen to more Jonathan Colton. You'll love his stuff.
I know Still Alive, and then I just stopped.
Oh, yeah. Like Code Monkey's great. There's a bunch. I can get down to it. But this is when he plays at almost every one of his concerts because it is definitely a group sing one. And that's kind of why I wanted to put it on this playlist. Because when the zombies all start singing, all we want to do is eat your brains. Like I see everyone swaying their arms back and forth and singing along with this one. I love that they say, too, they're like, we're not unreasonable. I mean, no one's going to eat your eyes. Like, that's kind of an excuse.
Yeah, you can keep those.
Obviously.
Yeah. So, re your brains, like you're replying to an email.
I have a feeling that when the DJ was playing at the party, you and a couple of your very close friends were requesting this song.
Yes.
Right?
Play it.
And everyone else
Play
is
it.
like, we're going to go have some brownies.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
But we're up front.
Because this is the request hour, and I'm next, right? I just got back from getting the Tums. And I'm like, oh, Joel got his song? I hope they play my song because no one else is going to know it. But hopefully they love it. Many years ago, Brian David Gilbert made a shocking realization about a famous Swedish pop group. Their melodies were impeccable, their lyrics remarkable, their style divine, and yet, just below the surface, a sinister truth lay hiding. With very little alteration, nearly all of their hits could be performed by Halloween villains. Frightened of what he learned, Brian buried his discovery in the dark recesses of his mind and swore to never share it with the world until now. Welcome. You just got to hear a little bit.
What on earth?
Here we go. Everyone's like, oh, what is this? Is this the beautiful voice of ABBA?
This is not Agneta.
Yeah, is this Agneta? No, this is a basic YouTuber who thought he was really funny. And so he started doing remixes, very slight remixes of 5 ABBA songs. And this is Money, 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 Gimme, 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 SOS, and Under Attack. And also Lay All Your Love on Me, which is sung by a vampire, which has become Lay All Your Blood.
Lay all your blood on me.
And it's so dumb.
But the album is called ABBA.
That's pretty clever.
Is it clever?
I'm pretty clever.
That made me laugh.
These guys came up on a Spotify playlist a couple of months ago, and I was like, I should hate it, but I don't.
I mean, it's relevant to our year in Baconsale where we listened to their entire discography.
Well, that's the thing. This is definitely a song you can dance to because it's ABBA.
Yeah.
But it also has a Halloween twist.
But like the lyrics are, I feel a kind of fear when Van Helsing is near.
Yeah.
That's so dumb. And then don't go wasting your emotion. Same line. And then lay all your blood on me.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Are people leaving the party now?
No, that's
after
when
our
it's like
two novelty songs.
Who invited Joel and Kent? Because they just chose like personal favorites, and that's it.
I never thought that I would miss Pierce Brosnan singing, but this song made me miss him. Yeah.
When you go.
Well, we're doing kitschy stuff, and I think this is the the definition of it at Halloween here.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, is it kitschy? Because it's so iconic, though.
It is
Just a
iconic.
jump to the left.
Because even if we're sitting down, right, we're going to want to start line dancing.
Yeah.
I hate this movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's,
of course.
it's terrible.
I love this
Yeah.
song.
I like this movie way more than I should. I made my wife watch it, and I am shocked she's still with me. She hated it so much. But I every year listen to the soundtrack to Rocky Horror. I like the music. Similar to Nightmare Before Christmas. I like covers of it. Mm-hmm. But Time Warp is just so fun. And when it comes out at a party, everybody gets on and starts doing the dance.
No, the thing is, in the movie, this is a really just a dance. I mean, it's all musical, but this is like a dance break where you're learning the dance and everyone's dancing together and you're kind of getting to know the monsters. And, But it's just It's fun. It's
Yeah,
so much
It's so fun.
It needs to be there.
And you know,
It really drives me insane. Yay.
I will defend the movie to a certain point. You know, it's so bad it's good sort of thing.
Well, that's why they have midnight showings of
Yeah.
it, right? Like it's meant to be a
It's
cult
campy.
favorite.
It's supposed to be.
Yes.
But this song like is far superior to the movie that it comes from, and this will live on. And people may not know that it even comes from a movie. They're just like, oh, I've heard this song for years.
And also, was Tim Curry kind of born to play Frankenfurter?
So good, so good.
He's Pennywise for me. He always will be.
Oh no, they say you know a lot about a person from how they know Tim Curry. It's always Frankenfurter for me.
Is it?
Always.
Not the devil from Legend, Satan?
Joel.
All right, we got done with the line dance, and I'll tell you what, let's bring the tempo up one more time with some Winnie the Pooh.
And
I'm tripping out, guys.
Beware. Be very, very aware. That's right.
I'm having
lumps and woozles.
I'm having a wholesome dream, like
So,
in
Zach-
an Amsterdam club.
Zach, those weren't
lumps
Tums
and
that I gave you. Very large drugs.
This is another one I heard from Greatest Guide to New Music, but this one, as soon as it came on, because Information Society I know from the 80s.
Yeah.
Loved their music back then.
What did
And
they do? What's that one song?
I want to know
What you're thinking? There we go.
Yeah. They did a couple or two, but this one, Heffalumps and Woozles, is from Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day.
Yeah.
And it's when...
Which is still incredibly trippy.
when Winnie
as
the
it
Pooh
was.
has
It's
this
weird.
fever dream about these heffalumps and woozles, or elephants and weasels, and it's bizarre and it's eerie. And this song, the beat is amazing. It has these ups and downs, this cool electronic noises. This is probably the one that will get me moving. Yeah, probably the
How
one
do you
that gets me
dance
moving
to
the most.
this one, though?
It's a jump up and down kind of one. Like
Okay.
you got glow sticks. You're having a good
It's like
time.
fist pumping.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
You-
So
Are you the rave guy that's spinning the glow
that's
sticks?
me. Yep. I'm doing Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh, so Zach, you're in your fever dream. Joel's a rave kid.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening
Word.
at this point.
I can't do it. I'm well documented. I'm a big fan of Winnie the Pooh. I had never heard of this song, and I don't remember what I said in our text message thread, but I think I said, Joel,
You said this slaps.
I said, I'm like, you found a gem. And,
It's a gem.
And I'm like, this is really good. This is right up my alley.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad you found it.
Yeah, and the Halloween feel does come from the fact that I know where it's associated with Winnie the Pooh and that creepy scene when he's having the dream about the Heffalumps and Woozles. But I feel like it does translate as well, just on its own.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
as a Halloween
Just
song.
as a vibe, for sure.
Thank you, Joel. I mean, you gave me my second win back because I was feeling kind of ill. And now I'm ready to get back on the dance floor with that
Do it.
song. And that continues with this one. That beginning kind of got you?
Speaking of gems, Kent said this is our newest one on the playlist.
Yes, it is. I mean, we're talking
It's brand
a
new.
month and a half old.
2022. Kent, I don't think you even said anything. I think you just sent the link to the chat and just said boom.
It
Yeah.
was the
And Zach listened to it 4 months later.
Yeah, it was.
It's just like me with any one of your links.
9 hours after my son was born. You sent this link.
Yeah, I was like, Zach, don't you want to hear a cool song by a cool band?
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm a little busy.
What song is it, Kent? What
It's
band
called
is it?
You Make Me Feel Like It's Halloween by Muse.
Yeah,
Very, very new off their very recent album.
Yes.
I'm not a big fan of music videos, but this is a must-watch music video.
Well, and I feel like this is bringing it back to the old days.
Yeah.
Right? And music videos are all about like anti-authority and that whole thing. But this one, they tried really hard to make it something special.
Yeah.
And it goes into obvious references to The Shining, The Exorcist, Scream, Friday 13th, V for Vendetta, Christine. Sorry,
It.
Joel. It...
I like the apologize for Christine.
I know. I
all
almost feel like I have to apologize for Christine. Christine!
Oh, I hate that movie.
But the music video, I mean, it's spinning around hallways. It's Muse doing their typical thing. And it has this modern instrument. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's called the organ. The way they use the organ in this song is super cool. And Muse has only done that a few times. This one is probably the most rockin' from the new album. I love how, like, so non-subtle it is. Because it's just meant to be a Halloween song.
You
and
make me
that's
feel
it.
like it's Halloween.
Yes.
Best use of the organ since Interstellar.
I would agree.
Now, here's the funny thing, though. This was almost an instantaneous add to my personal Halloween playlist, Kent.
Wait, almost. What do you mean almost?
I mean, I listened to it and I was like, yeah, it's fine. Then, or no, I watched the music video. I was like, that was fun because it was just on my computer.
Yeah.
But then when I like turned it on like my good sound system, I'm like, that's the way you're supposed to listen to Muse.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, I'm adding this, but my wife hates it.
Hey,
She hates
But
this
does
song.
she hate Muse?
No, she hates robot voices.
Which
And this
we
is
established in season 1
Yeah.
with Dalek voices.
Yeah, she hates them.
Exterminate.
But that's what she feels like. She hears that Halloween. And she's like, nope, turn it
It's
off.
not throughout the whole song, though, right?
No,
Is
it's
it
the chorus, though.
That's all she needs to hear, and she hates it.
Yep, she can't stand it. So,
What?
Yeah. So I feel bad putting this on there, but
So do you have to turn it down like it's a swear
she
word
doesn't
in a
listen-
song?
No, she doesn't. Well, she doesn't like Kavinsky either because
Oh,
of that
you're
same
right.
reason. The Night Call. She doesn't
Yeah.
like Night Call. But this is my wife doesn't listen to a lot of Halloween music anyway. So
Sure.
yeah. So I'll
So
put
this
the-
is a secret ad for you on the playlist.
yeah. This is when I'll be like, hey, honey, why don't you go call the kids, check on the kids, see if they're okay.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
Then I'll be on the dance floor with my
But
glow
I feel
sticks
like
again.
on the dance floor this time, same with Hufflepuffs and Woozles, I feel like the light show is going to be spectacular.
Yeah.
do a killer job.
Yeah.
This is a great song.
Yeah, it's so fun, right?
I love it.
Is
It's-
Zach DJing this party? Like, is he up there doing the lights and
Totally.
lights and
Sure.
sirens?
Yeah.
Yeah. The instant add to the playlist. Great song to play loud.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need a good bass.
Also, can we throw
Good-
a little
good
quick,
subwoofer.
a quick shout out to DJ Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I got a lot of my songs from his playlist
For
as well.
sure.
And yeah, it's what he does. He's great at it.
That's true.
Love you, Rob.
I definitely got some songs from him as well.
Yeah.
So, including this next one, which is the weirdest add to my playlist because I don't know. I like pop music, but just listen.
When the sun goes down, all the ghosts come out. Zombies rise up from the ground. Monsters
So this is Skeleton Sam.
Hey, kids, come back.
By
Is
Lovecraft.
this Meghan Trainor?
It might as well be.
Or is it Rob Schneider's daughter?
No, this is from Descendants, part 4.
Might as well be.
Or Zombies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold on.
No.
No, Zach, I get it. Pop music is necessary. Pop music is fun.
Oh, yeah. You can totally dance. That's
Totally.
what it's
Yeah.
made to
That's
dance.
why I had.
But, like, tell me more about this song.
I don't.
And why do I know it?
Why? What is the name of the song?
So it's called Skeleton Sam,
Right.
by Lovecraft.
That's-
Lovecraft is like this weird little side project of a bunch of producers. So it's Los Angeles producers who.
No, you say Lovecraft. It's LVCRFT.
LVCRFT.
So like an acronym.
Yeah. Evan Kidd Bogert, a.k.a. Lil Pumpkin. They have dumb names. I'm not going to read them. Amanda Warner, Peter Wade Kush. Individually, each they work on producing other people's stuff, including stuff from like Mark Ronson, Beyonce, Rihanna, Kylie Minogue, and a bunch of others.
The feel of it actually has the makings of a modern classic.
Yeah, they put together
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
popular pop songs.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, I like Halloween. You like Halloween? Let's do this random side project. This came out in 2019.
This is a whole album?
Yeah. And it's a
cool.
couple of albums.
I'm going to check it out.
And they said, we're going to make Halloween pop music. And they have worked with a bunch of other singers, other collaborators. And every time they come onto the project, they're not trying to be like, hey, we've got so-and-so. They're going under different names. Ghost Malone, Scariana Grande, Deja Voodoo, Count Dracula.
Did they just watch The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror?
Yeah.
And then just be like, I like that name. I'm going to
closing
use that
credits.
one.
Norman Crates. Yeah. Stuff like that. And it's just
makes
this
me like
goofy
them more.
song. It was between this, I had to put basically a kid's pop song on. It was between this and the one that's at the end of Hotel Transylvania. One of them that my wife absolutely loves.
I like.
Just don't do the Macarena one, which is from the
I
third
enjoyed this
movie.
one, Zach. I was actually I was standing up when I was listening to this one. Like I think I was helping like make some dinner.
Yeah.
And this one came on, and I really did kind of the bob back and forth to it. It's
And
got that
I
feel
think
to it.
the instant rebuking for me is like it's so polished,
yeah.
but at the same time, it's perfect.
It's
for
made
this
by
season.
producers.
Yeah.
It's going to be it was this one instead of "I'm in Love with a Monster" by Fifth Harmony.
Thank you.
So
Thank you very
I
much.
think
Great
this was the
choice.
better choice. But honestly, check out the rest of Lovecraft. They
And the books
have
too.
Some fun stuff.
He's a good author as well.
Well, I don't know about all that. LV
He is.
CRFT. It's kind of weird.
It's like if someone was a fan of Lovecraft and wanted to put it on their license plate.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
Well said.
Have fun with your pop music.
Speaking of pop music, let's go to Estonia, shall we?
This is weird European.
Picture a little doll in the corner.
Oh, creepy. Oh, you've lost me.
So this is Walking on Air by an artist named Curly. Curly? I don't know how to say it. Kerli.
Joel, you're a Halloween hipster.
I try. But no, these are all
Songs
songs.
on my playlist too.
These are all songs that have come to me in some ways. This was a music video where I don't remember. It was late at night, and like maybe it was around October. But this song came on, and it is very much got that creepy vibe to it.
Is it wrong? It's kind of SEXY.
Well, I think it's intentional because it's the
Okay.
the pop song thing going on.
Sure.
But the song itself, like it has a creepy, intentional creepy vibe at the beginning there. But the song is about, quote, following your dreams and just going with the flow. Because the little creepy girl that comes from a little creepy place, she has a big dream and loves music, and nobody believes in her. That's kind of the point of it. So, Carolee, I'm just going to say it that way, she made this song because her mother told her a story about in the black, black woods, there was a black, black town. In the black, black town, there was a black, black house. And in the black, black house, there was a black, black cupboard. And in the black, black cupboard, there was a white box.
And the
Mick Jagger loves this.
The big black bug bled.
The big black. Yeah. But this song, Walking on Air, has been featured on So You Think You Can Dance in a couple seasons. It was on Dancing with the Stars. It was on Fringe. It was the iTunes free single of the week, and it was downloaded more than 550,000 times, and is the largest free single of the week in the total history of download history.
How do you
of
dance
iTunes.
to this?
So this song does get a little more upbeat.
Okay, so
in the
less
middle there.
interpretive dance.
Yeah.
More upbeat.
Yeah, because at the beginning there, you're
Sure.
kind of like da da da, and this is kind of a bob one. Maybe it is a punch
Okay.
one,
Love
but
it.
it definitely creates an atmosphere, and it's
I liked
spooky.
it.
And it had a different feel from a lot of the other songs I had on my playlist. So I want to have this one kind of just to swing the tone around a little bit. But it's creepy, it's fun, and I enjoy it. So Walking on Air by Carolee.
All right. Well, you went really hipster with that one, and it's going to beat my hipster choice. But my hipster choice for this one is a personal.
Wait, you're saying the zombie
Halloween
DJ
favorite.
Kavinsky was not your hipster choice?
No, it was not. That was when I had to run and get Tums. But this one
Tums for your tum tum.
is I want people to dance. What? Is it Billie Jean? Sounds like Billie Jean. It's not Billie Jean. This is Beware the Moon by The Living End. The Living End is a band I've loved since 1999 when they did Prisoner of Society.
The Prisoner of Society.
There you go.
Oh.
They're an Aussie punk band from back in the day, and I've loved these guys for 20 years now. And they're very they're rockabilly reminiscent, not quite giving us the rockabilly representation that we all need. But this one came from it was actually a secret track to a 2000 album called White Noise. And I've always just
Remember secret tracks?
I love that.
Kids
In
these
fact,
days don't get secret tracks.
that's why I was like, oh, I really love that song, but it will never be on Spotify because it's a secret track. It's on Spotify, so it's on our playlist.
Nice.
And so this one is meant to be reminiscent, almost directly. It starts with Billie Jean, but then it goes almost to be a kind of a tributary sequel to Thriller.
Okay.
Because it's just the singer talking about really being interested in this girl, and she likes to go for walks in the park by herself and likes to take him along, but then all of a sudden you have to beware the moon because that's when she changes into a werewolf.
Oh.
And he almost dies of fright. And it's a really singable one. Like it's still kind of a punk rockabilly song, but you can sing along really easily to it. I love this one. I listen to it all of the time, even outside of Halloween.
It's
So,
really cool.
Beware the Moon, The Living
riff.
End.
Yeah. Mine also is really cool. No, remember that band Manhattan Transfer, the singing group? No, you don't. Your parents probably do, though.
Like Mannheim Steamroller. Okay.
It's a lot like that. This is okay. Little setup here. This is a song that I'd never heard of until I went to the Desert Star Playhouse. And at the end of every show, they do what's called an oleo, where they sing a bunch of songs.
Yeah.
And they do skits and sketches and things that are just meant to make you laugh.
Yeah.
But they had an opening sort of song where they sung this, and I loved it. This is called Twilight Zone / Twilight Tone.
You're moving through a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. Guiding you through
Twilight
this
Zone.
wondrous
I love it.
journey is the hypnotic sound of the Twilight Tone.
What?
Little disco.
I'm kind of liking the vibe for the end of this party, actually.
We're winding down?
I feel like it's winding down.
We're putting plates away.
I mean, Zach's dancing like nobody's watching because a lot of people have left. So, is that the Batusi? Is that from a James Bond movie?
Might as well be.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Ready?
Here in the twilight.
Yeah, Zach dances like George Lazenby.
He takes that as a compliment.
Yeah, he does. Wait. So this is Twilight Zone, Twilight Tone.
Twilight Tone.
But it just has, like, it begins with Twilight Zone, and then does it ever come back to it?
Yeah, they sprinkle that back.
And
in
obviously you have, like, a Rod Serling type
later in the song.
voiceover.
Yeah, one of the artists in the group basically tried to make a Rod Serling type voice.
I'm glad we had a disco-esque song there.
Yeah, this came out in 1979. It was actually
Just
released
represented.
on Halloween in the album Extensions I haven't listened to the rest of the album. I've listened to
That's
maybe
all you need.
2 songs from them.
Sure.
I know them because they were on one episode of Home Improvement in the 90s.
Were they?
Yep.
Wait, the band or the song was?
The song, and they were like singing a cappella.
Okay.
They're like, it's a quartet. It's basically
Perfect.
American ABBA, obviously. I have no idea if that's true because I haven't listened to their music. But this song, when they sang it on stage, I'm like, this is fun. I've never heard this before. This is great. And then I pulled it up and went,
Hey, look.
it's disco. It's fun.
I think we all forget the Halloween episodes of any ABC show, but Home Improvement had
good.
some great Halloween
So
episodes.
good.
did.
I love the costumes on Halloween episodes of sitcoms.
Yeah.
The when they do the Inagata Devita and they're
Yeah.
like abducted by aliens. Classic.
Yeah.
Save that for that show.
Right? A Manhattan Transfer, Twilight Tone.
I'm going to keep the 70s feel rolling because we talked about this song before on Baconsale on our 70s one-hit wonders because this is a classic Halloween song that probably should be played at every Halloween party.
Uh-oh.
It's Werewolves of London.
Oh, nice.
Werewolves of London. This came out in 1978. It's from his third studio solo album, Excitable Boy, and the track features Fleetwood Mac's Mick Fleetwood and John McVie doing drums and bass, I think.
We were trying different things. We were smoking funny things.
Kind of, yeah. But he wrote, like,
Kid Rock.
we talked about this before in the other episode, but this was a joke. This was a joke. They were watching the 1935 film Werewolf of London, and one of his buddies suggested, hey, you should write Phil Everly from the Everly Brothers said, you should make this the title of a song and do a dance craze. And he's like, yeah, sure, totally going to do it. So they wrote it up in like 15 minutes. None of them took the song seriously. And then it was on the Billboard Top 40 chart for over a month.
Unbelievable.
People really dug this song. And he's like, I didn't even think it was going to be played on the radio.
I mean, the song in concept is kind of horrible, right? Like, I don't enjoy it until it plays. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I like this song.
Well, honestly, the chorus, that howl, totally works.
Well,
and it did experience a resurgence. Like, it maybe would have gone away. But then Tom Cruise, you know how he has the power of bringing songs to popularity.
Yeah, magic.
But he, in The Color of Money, he lip syncs to this song. And so in 1986, it got that resurgence. And I think it's kind of just stuck since then. That was
Okay.
the part where it stuck. But it's a fun song. This is more of a chill kind of dance, you know?
We're winding down, dude. We're winding down.
Yeah. There you go. Werewolves of London.
I just played the Manhattan Transfer.
I love how our second wind lasted for approximately 5.5 minutes.
We need more punch. We need more punch. We're all
Like, Zach was doing disco dance. He's like, I am done.
I'm done.
And we're getting a little old, right?
Yeah, it's
but we
true.
don't want to leave too early.
No.
But I also want to relax a little bit more. So I'm going to keep it in the slower vein, right? Because I feel like this belongs when people are like, should I stay? Should I go?
Oh, we're playing Should I Stay, Should I Go?
About the same time period, because this is a song by the Specials, and it's called Ghost Town. And so this song, also not specifically a Halloween song, but listen to that vibe.
Those chords.
So this was a UK hit #1 for 10 weeks in 1981. So just after the 70s, we're going to keep it right there. And this is at a time, this song is actually about riots in the British inner cities and poverty, unemployment. And so it literally is about a ghost town, right? Like what the UK could become. But the vibe of this song hits right.
There's something about it that sounds like it's on a Sega Genesis game.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
I agree, but it kind of feels like you hear like the bass in the background, almost like a zombie's kind of droning at the same time.
Well, that's because this song immediately makes me think of Shaun of the Dead.
Right, exactly.
Like
Thank you.
Very much associated with that movie because they feature it in the soundtrack. And that's where I kind of learned about it and started to enjoy it.
Yeah, and if you see the music video, that's where I first found it. I think it was like maybe on the box as like a replay of something like popular like 20 years before that. And it's just this band in a car in the UK. They recorded like a Sunday morning, so there was no one on the roads at all. And it really did. It feels so eerie by sound and by the music video. And so every Halloween, I think of this song.
But you're saying it's about poverty.
Yeah, it is.
Then why do they have the chorus of ghouls singing?
Exactly, because it's old ska. And that's all they had. But it does fit on a Halloween playlist somehow.
Totally.
And it is kind of like as the party's winding down, you're like, oh, this is nice. Let's just chill.
This would be when we kind of like do that fast slow dance too, where you're kind of just like hanging on to each other. It's like, yeah, we're tired, but we're still going to keep dancing.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I mentioned earlier that we're going to listen to Oingo Boingo again. So we're going to listen.
It's been a while. I
to Oingo
kind of
Boingo
forgot they
again.
existed.
Most people do until it's Halloween. This is No One Lives Forever from the 1985 album Dead Man's Party.
You just made me get up off the couch.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's a head
There's still
bobber.
some life left in this party, guys.
It's a head bobber. It's a head bobber for sure. Now, this part right here is so fun. But this is a song that you start to go, oh yeah, I know they do the Dead Man's Party, but this one's more aggressive.
Yeah.
This one's more, I want to bite something. I don't know why.
Wow.
Not fight, but bite something.
Arr.
Zach might be a werewolf.
Yeah,
You may be a
it's
werewolf.
true. Because no one lives forever. Quit complaining, brother.
Because you might want to bite me.
I'm so happy dancing while the Grim Reaper cuts, but he can't catch me. There's something mischievous about this song in a fun way that is right in the spirit of what good Halloween songs should have.
Yeah.
I think everyone at the party will appreciate a Boingo surprise. Just saying.
Much better than a meatball surprise.
Yep.
I'll get some more Tums. It's fine.
Zach, you breathed some life back into this party. I think the crowd is ready to get a little crazy and just enjoy some Europop trash.
We just lost them. They're gone.
Nope.
The 5 people that were here walked out.
Everyone is on the dance floor. We got the glow sticks again.
No, I think people are dancing and they're like, you know what? I'm actually kind of into this. Who is this?
This is Aqua.
Oh,
You may think that they only had Barbie Girl as their hit.
I did.
But then they also have this one where they have lyrics such as kids and children fight, pumpkin and candlelight, you must be the fearsome one at junior high tonight.
Wait, well, hold on. Hold on. I think I glazed over. And then I heard that last part.
Yeah. No, this is
Just to clarify, they don't speak English, do they?
No, this is a corny, terrible Europop trash. There is something endearing about it, though.
I agree.
It starts with this cheesy scream ripoff where he's like, "I got your number." She's like, "Oh no, no." It is horribly acted, but then when it actually kicks into the chorus, I start enjoying it again, and I do feel like we need to have that kind of Europop
Intentional
representation.
dance music right there.
Yes, and
Right.
this did not hit it very big at all. This wasn't a big hit of theirs. This came out February 2000, and that they never.
You
reached-
mean the Barbie Girl band didn't have another hit?
Yeah,
They did try.
What?
It's Candyman.
well, my oh my,
Yeah.
but
Obviously.
no,
There's
this
no toy box, that's for sure.
was on their album Aqua, which I believe was their follow up to Barbie Girl, or maybe soon thereafter.
They had
It was in
2
2000.
albums. Wow.
Yeah, but not a lot of hits on here. But
Joel, thank you. I think you fell on the sword for that one, and I'm so glad you did.
yeah, so Halloween
very
by
much.
Aqua. Give it a listen. It's cheesy, but it's fun. Kent,
Right.
bring us home.
Okay, guys, I've been playing some slower songs. You guys kind of hyped it up at the end, and I feel like there's something missing. There's something pretty major missing. And I hope you guys know this song. Wait, did the people that just drove away start driving back to the party?
What's that playing in the dance hall?
Because Party Part 2 just started. Frickin' Ghostbusters.
That's not the title.
Why is this song so good?
It shouldn't be.
It is such a novelty song, and yet it's still so good.
I really think the song shouldn't be good because there's so much mystery behind the writing of this song. But Ray Parker Jr., who sang this song and reportedly wrote this song, he said he was, watching these old commercials at night that were just like, call now and we'll solve this problem. And that's kind of what the Ghostbusters do in the movie. And he's like, that's what's going to happen in the movie. If there's something strange in your neighborhood, who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters!
And it was meant to be cheesy. But then the song became so iconic for the 1980s.
Yeah.
And even today and for every party.
Yeah, my kids love this song. They love singing along every time I say, "Who are you going to call?" And they love yelling Ghostbusters, which still to this day, if you say to someone, "Oh, who are you going to call?" they're immediately going to get that gleam in their eye and be like, "I'm going to say it."
Yeah, don't say it.
Kids love this song, and they've never even seen the movie.
Yeah.
It's so popular. Every kids dance event I did, they'll just yell the who you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
They love it.
Yeah.
And I know we've talked a little bit about the writing of the song, and this is a Halloween show, but I just really quick want to say that Huey Lewis and the new... Actually, Joel, can you say this part?
That Huey Lewis and the News sued Ray Parker Jr.?
Thank you very much.
Yes.
It's similar to your warm-up.
My warm-up is Ray Parker Jr. sued Huey Lewis and the
Because
News.
we've talked about this, but they claim he stole the bass line from their song, I Want a New Drug, and it was settled out of court. and they just couldn't talk about it. But then Huey Lewis talked about it in an interview in the past like 5 years. And so Ray Parker Jr. sued him
For breach of contract, right?
But then even the filmmaker said, hey, when we told Ray Parker Jr. to write the song, and he only had a couple of weeks, we gave him this song as like backing.
It was temp track?
It was a temp track.
Oh, no.
And so it definitely was stolen, but at the same time, it is so good.
Yeah.
I think it brought people to the movie, other than just the movie being great.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It
and it works
really
in
is.
this kind of playlist for sure. One of the lyrics kind of weird, like, ooh, I hear it likes the girls.
The ghost.
I'm afraid of no ghost.
Slimer loves the girls.
Yeah, I don't like that lyric. It's a little weird.
No, the thing is, you pick apart any lyric of any Halloween
Yeah.
song, and it's going to be like, I don't know about that.
And this is another one of those iconic 80s videos, right? So yeah, Ivan Reitman, the director of the movie, he directed the music video, and so a bunch of his buddies just showed up for free.
That was the weird thing. Like, the music video is like this black and neon house where Ray Parker Jr. is stalking this girl.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, hey, there's Rick Moranis isn't random because he's in the movie. But then
Right.
it's like John Candy.
Chevy Chase.
Why not?
Danny DeVito, Terry Garr, Carly Simon, Peter Falk.
Yep.
Why?
I have no idea.
But it kind of works. I don't know. It fits in the time period.
It's so corny.
So yeah, I needed to kind of finish off my playlist with that because if I need redemption, that's the song to do it.
And that is finishing off our individual playlist. But then to end the party, we have Thriller.
The song of songs.
Because this whole playlist has been brought to you by Thriller. Because if your Halloween party does not play Thriller, it's a stupid hipster party and you should leave immediately.
Yeah, truly.
They're like, oh, I don't want to play that song. No, this is the Halloween party song. And it's so weird to me that it did surpass, like, novelty. Like, it's not Werewolf Bar Mitzvah by Tracy Jordan from 30 Rock.
Scary.
Which that they're making fun of Thriller because it really is a campy, corny Halloween song.
Yeah.
But it works so well. And the music video, I'll say it, best music video of all time.
Of all time?
Of all time.
Yeah, it's easy.
Because, and I used to watch the making.
Beyonce would like a word.
I have as part of my horror movie training with my kids, I do the music video Thriller, and then we immediately watch the making of Thriller because I'm like, you need to see how this was made because it was a huge endeavor for a music video.
Yeah.
And
It
it's
changed
so
the game.
It's so good. It's so much fun. And I think it is a great ending to this party because then at the end you get Vincent Price rapping. Which is weird to say, but you get the laugh at the end echoing in the corridor, and then it's like, okay, lights come on, party's over, thank you for coming, party favors by the door.
Perfect. There's party favors?
Yeah, there's severed fingers.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay.
Lady
I mean, they're free.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there you go. That is our Baconsale Halloween party playlist.
And I hope this was helpful because I often think, oh, Christmas has the music, right? Halloween, it's a little bit kitschy. But even with these 31 songs, I think we put together a pretty good playlist.
We did. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
What?
Well, because as we had such a hard time deciding on which songs to pick, we are going to be releasing a director's cut. A Snyder cut.
Yeah.
Which is significantly longer than this playlist of some more picks that we put on there. And you can find it at patreon.com/Baconsale if you're a patron.
It's about twice as long.
So
Yeah.
for those of us that want longer parties, no
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
It's like 4 hours.
It's long.
Yeah.
But it includes a lot of other songs that we really felt bad cutting from this playlist. We want to get this one down to bare essentials. Well, let's face it. We want to get down to 31 songs that fit
Yeah.
the theme.
OCD.
But we know there are so many other good Halloween songs out there. So if we did not talk about one that you love, let us know on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. What songs do you play at your Halloween party?
You know, that was really fun.
It was.
I appreciate it.
Great way to kick off the Halloween
kick off
season.
to the season. I agree. Good kickoff. You know what else is fun, though? Patrons.
They are
Love
fun.
those patrons. You guys are all the greatest. All of you are tier 1 to me.
You
But-
keep the lights off here in the Bacon Cave during
Ooh,
Halloween.
Yeah,
like
we
that.
turn them off.
Because we
during-
turned them off for the Halloween,
This is
all of
fair.
October. We're recording in the dark.
Well, we're going to shout out a couple of special categories, including the I Am the Listener tier, where we have Ryan and Marley, Lady Terry A. Finley, Alicia Bass, Braden Winterton, Jennifer Kilkowski, Adam and Rachel Crump, Biodor the King, The City Must Empty, We Must Make for the Refuge of Helm's Deep, Scott's Break, Sir and Madam Hicks, Andrew Dancing Through the Fire, Rocky and Steph, Debbie Foster, Dave Kelly, Casey Cummings, Juice the Cooler King Swallow, and Angela Plotz. Then, of course, we have our Bacon Council, which includes Nicole Sitton in the Sin Bin Hale, the one, the only Chris Anderson, Stephen, everyone's favorite Ross, Her Royal Highness Jessica Terry, Star Wars expert Kyler, our favorite couple, the Madsons, Glow Clendaniel, Spencer Myers, Allison Gall, Johnny English the Brick, Josh from Rebel One TV, Shannon West, and Beaker! Whoa!
Thank you, patrons.
Thank you, patrons. Ho, ho. You are the oingo to our boingo.
Oh, I don't like that.
But if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel on Twitter, or you can find me performing with Quickwits. They perform at the Midvale Performing Arts Center. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or go to the Quickwits Facebook page.
You can find me at Twitter and Instagram at Kenny3DD. You can read my movie reviews at ShowtimeShowdown.com.
If you'd like to connect with me, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Tumbling Mustard. But more importantly, make sure you're following Baconsale. Please like that Facebook page and visit at Baconsale on Twitter and Instagram. While you're doing that, stop by tpublic.com/Baconsale. We have an awesome shirt that's a pumpkin and it says Baconsale on the jack-o'-lantern.
So
thing.
cute.
It's adorable. You should get it tpublic.com/Baconsale. And then if you like what's going on here and you want to support us further, patreon.com is the place to go, where you can get all sorts of benefits, as we mentioned, the Snyder cut of Baconsale playlists. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Among many other things, patreon.com/Baconsale. So until next time, I've had a fair amount of punch. Anyone know where the restroom is?
Why did this get Australian?
I'm ignoring the tune and applauding the lyrics.
There might be something wrong with me. We enjoy stretching.
Is it the mailman watching?
Well,
Spooky nepotism.
I am Spooky Halloween.
Monster rap to the monster rap.
Oops, you broke it. This is a punch bowl song, and I just want to yell. When a man with a strong voice is just laughing maniacally, you're going to have a good time.
Punctuation matters, kids.
But I feel like we need rockabilly representation
For sure.
in life and on this playlist.
And if you're slow dancing to that, you got issues.
Don't slow dance to Marilyn Manson. Oh no, Zach had dairy.
Get all the toddlers on the dance floor now.
Who invited Joel and Ken?
Halloween.
Those weren't Tums that I gave you.
I never thought that I would miss Pierce Brosnan singing.
You're a Halloween hipster. Yeah, Zach dances like George Lazenby.
I want to bite something. I don't know why.